Welcome back to the Setup Podcast. I'm your host, Victor, along with my co-host, Mark. How you doing, sir, on this fine dandy Monday?
It's good. It's a nice day outside. It's a little breezy, but hey.
After some heavy rains the day before.
Yeah, I'll take this, though.
Yeah. I don't know. The past couple Sundays, it's just been rainy as shit.
Yeah.
But no sense.
I usually like the rain, though, because it's like usually hot prior, and it's like we need to cool this off.
One thing, my brother had a flight yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And that John had him stuck.
That's when it's the worst, though, whenever you need to fly.
John had him delayed. But yeah, man. Hopefully the next weekend will be better because 4th of July weekend. It's going to be hot again. It was hot as balls for like a week and a half.
But hopefully this heat is just like, it's an understandable heat, whereas like
I'm seeing mid-90s again.
But then that could still be like, it's like hot, but like not that dry heat where you just feel like, bro, no matter where I go, I'm just dying as soon as I go
yesterday
outside.
Was just humid because like that rain was coming. I was just like, yo, I don't like this like stuffy ass air.
Humidity is
not a fan.
Dumb for sure.
Yeah, man, 4th of July is coming up for y'all to celebrate. For the Americans, international people, not so much. What?
Just American. It's just hearing the word America, and then what recently of this past week that's happened with debating.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that eventually. Don't worry.
Trust me, that's all I've been thinking about.
A big thing with 4th of July. I don't know if did you ever watch the hot dog eating contest? Some of y'all don't know. Like if y'all not American,
obviously I know about it. I just didn't know it's like a thing that happens on 4th of July. But
like every year. You never seen that?
No.
Really? Have you watched it? Live?
I don't think live. I might have seen like clips of stuff, but I've never actually probably seen it live.
Really? Man, you've been missing out.
I've been missing out on guys and girls just
going crazy
down
on dogs.
on dogs, you know, I guess. Yeah.
It's like a yearly, I mean, at least for me, like when I was younger, like how I got exposed to it, because like it used to be like 4th of July, we used to go down the shore with my family, like at least for a weekend, like get like a little motel or whatever and like swim. But then obviously like 4th of July, they'll eat and stuff. And every time we would spend a day at the beach, and then I get inside the crib, and then just be on the ESPN. You turn on ESPN, they just throwing down dogs.
ESPN.
Yeah, it's a sport. You ever seen the Ocho?
No.
The Ocho was like a thing that ESPN used to do.
Oh, actually,
I think they brought it back briefly.
I know what you're talking
about. But
they
used to show on ESPN like weirder sports that you're not used to seeing.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So it's like they're used to doing stuff like that.
I remember seeing that video of the guy who just like the trick of just swallowing it whole without even like, bro, that's wild.
That was just a guy that he wasn't even a part of any of that.
I know, it was just like a talent that he
said, watch this.
He just shoots it back out like, yo, that's disgusting, bro.
But yeah, it's like, you know, Kobayashi, Joey Chestnut.
They sound like very popular hot dog eaters.
Exactly. You got it. One of the best, some of the greatest. Some of them retired.
I hope so.
Or he catches back up for so long. What's that other guy? Something Stone on YouTube.
Something Stone. I don't know.
His like last name is Stone, but he does like food like challenges like that all the time too. Be like, oh, like eating 24 bowls of mac and cheese, and he'll just tear it up. I forget his name. Last name Stone though.
Some of them make sense because I've seen people who do like the challenges of like they go around to certain restaurants that have like their own challenge of like, oh
like there's guys like that too. There's this one kid on TikTok. He's like a skinny kid, but he just bodies all of them. And he'll like, they'll never believe that he could do it. Obviously, he's a smaller guy.
Yeah,
and he just bodies it, and he'll like make it like even worse too. Like he'll be like, oh, like, you know what? Make that a milkshake instead of like he'll just add to him. Like he's still every time like in crazy time makes bread off it.
Yeah, I've seen one where it's like some guy went to, I think I don't think it was German. It was like some like foreign place, but they had, weirdly enough, it was a foreign, like I think it was a European foreign place. And they had like a pho place that had a challenge where it was like this big behind bowl of pho. And bro, that joint was huge, but like he finished the whole thing because obviously you got to eat the meat that's in it, all that. Yeah. The broth was like, I guess would be like the easiest thing. You just, you know, but like still all that was like, I'm like, nah, bro, I don't know.
Is there anything you think you could do a challenge of like that? Or like or if there was like an eating contest.
Yeah.
Because you know, like in old movies, they used to be like, oh, like the county fair would happen if they have the pie eating contest. It's like,
true, yeah.
That's wild. That's a wild concept. Like that might be worse than hot dogs.
Yeah,
because you think of like a full pie and how much
those things are pretty
big.
Actual like regular size pies are pretty big too. I don't know. I mean, like I feel like it might be like something that doesn't have to do with like bread. I feel like that would definitely like immediately be like, yeah,
wings.
Like, wings, I probably
have in Philly, not Philly, at least the Philly area, they have the wing bowl.
I think I could probably do wings, and I was probably gonna say something like pho or like ramen, maybe.
That's tough though, because like the noodle is basically bread, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a carb.
Yeah, it'd be difficult, but I guess I think I'm saying it because like I like the pho. Like, right, it's gonna taste really good.
Yeah,
like, while I'm eating,
like, I'm just here to enjoy it.
Yeah, like whether I win or lose.
Yeah.
Of course, winning just makes it free, so it's like you don't even worry about it. But yeah. Oh, that would be interesting.
I feel that. I feel like the bread rice part is what makes it difficult. Like yesterday, I was eating some ribs, and like I was killing it, and I was like, I'm not full, but I should stop. So I had to stop myself. So I was like, I feel like I've always said with wings, I feel like I could body a lot of wings.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is because it's still meat. Like it's still chicken.
It's the size of it. I think that's what in your mind it makes you think like, okay, it's simple. You know, if it was like a whole like actual like breast or like actual like you'll probably look at it a little bit differently. Yeah, you know, you look at it differently like I don't know. It seems like a lot, but wings is just so much smaller. You're like, your mind's playing tricks. Like, oh yeah, I can eat like 20 of them.
Yeah. But me and chicken, I don't know what me and chicken always been locked in like that. I don't know what it is. Even when I was a kid, I remember like. The first time I went to PR that I can remember as a kid, I used to go like every day to this spot near where my grandma was taking us. They had rotisserie chickens. And at like 7, I was just bodying a rotisserie chicken by myself and other things on top of that.
It's like, all right, we're getting 2 rotisserie chickens, one for all of us and one for Victor.
One for Victor. So I've always been able to just body chicken like that. I don't know. So that'd probably be my choice.
Yeah, I mean, white meat, you know, it's a little bit easier probably.
Tacos.
It'd be good, but I wouldn't.
The tortilla.
Okay, yeah. Because I was gonna say if it's hard shell, I mean, like you know, you gotta like somehow work around that. That don't break.
I don't know if it'd be harder or easier. What is more filling, a hard shell or a soft shell?
More filling, I think, would be a soft.
Yeah, because like the other one's just like a cracker type.
Exactly. You know? Like I don't know. I think because it's fried, it's a little bit like it's just like a chip. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah,
Dang,
we'll find one. We'll do one day. But yeah. Food eating contest. Reason I bring it up, 4th of July coming up. We have one every year. That's a big deal. Mm-hmm. And it's televised. People pop out to it. I think it's like Coney Island in New York that it's held at every year.
Okay.
And it's coming up. But the guy who's been known to win it damn near every year, with the exception of Kobayashi and like other guys that used to play, Joey Chestnut, is like known to basically a lock to win it every single year. He's not going to be a part of it this year. No. He's been like not kicked out, but he's been like, or not banned from it, but they told him he can't compete this year because he signed a deal with a vegan hot dog company. And like I forget what their sponsor is. I don't know if it's like Sabret or like Nathan's, because it's like a New York thing. So they have their own like beef, pork, whatever they use, hot dog brand that sponsors every year. And since he's sponsored by the vegan brand, it was like either you like cut that off or like eat the regular Johns or you can't compete. Makes sense. He's not competing.
Hey, I mean, what does he get if he wins?
It's like a cash prize or something, I believe, in a trophy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would see like the little bit of the bumping the heads, but it's like either I get like a one-time thing that happens once a year, or I keep something that I can.
That's what I'm saying. Like that brand deal, like year round, is probably more lucrative than the one event. And he also competes in other like these guys are all like professional eaters. Pause. And
I was like,
and they compete in other events. So like that's not his only. Obviously, that might be the biggest one. I'm assuming it's the more popular.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I feel like in his yearly salary is probably a smarter business move to stick with the brand deal.
Of course, if he had at some point, like within the year after it, if he tries to figure something out, he could. But like,
and it's probably healthier for him.
True. I mean,
potentially.
Exactly. I mean,
get a Pepto deal going, a Tums.
Right after I eat all my dogs.
Yeah, like
I use Tums.
I just can't imagine like the physical toll that takes, because like I'll eat a regular meal and if it's like bad for me, I'll know I'll feel shitty.
Yeah,
imagine just downing like 50 dogs.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know the process of how their stomach works. Like,
one dog is already like really bad for you. Multiply that and then put it within like a 5-minute span. I don't know how long the time limit is, and they don't even eat it normal. You never watch, like you've seen clips, right?
Yeah,
they're just like they dip the bun in water and eat that and then just eat the dog.
That's
disgusting, man.
I just feel like that's
wet bread is like top 5 worst fillings.
Yeah, it is. I picture it as if like you dipped your your sock in water.
Exactly.
Like,
but eat it.
yeah,
But eat the sock.
But eat the sock. Yeah, and I just think like at that point, if you know they're just going to like dip the bread in water, I feel like just take the bread off of it. I mean, obviously a hot dog is considered like with the bread, but I just think like,
was it still a hot dog? If you just,
I mean, like,
because like as a kid,
well,
you eat hot dogs and chop them up with some ketchup. That's still a hot dog.
Exactly. There's nothing that says it in the
It's
name
not
hot dog.
What is a hot
dog
dog?
bun?
Yeah.
No one's not called
And
a hot dog.
people say it's
bun.
a hot dog a sandwich, but is a hot dog no longer a hot dog if it's outside the bun? I think it's still a hot dog.
Yeah, because it's hot.
When you buy the package, what does it say?
It's a hot dog.
Exactly.
And it's not. It doesn't come with the bread.
So a hot dog is not a sandwich.
It's not.
I think I just solved that right. How's nobody? I've never heard that in that argument.
Yeah, it doesn't come with bread. It's packaged just by itself, the meat. But we call them hot dogs.
It's a bun for the hot dog, but it's still a hot dog without the bun. You know what I'm saying? When it says hot dog bun on the packet, it's meant for the hot dog, but the hot dog don't need the bun. Exactly. Hot dog is hot dog without hot dog bun.
We made it in the form of it to fit.
Yes.
The dog.
And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to put a hot dog in the bun.
True.
Because if you put anything in the hot dog bun, is it still a hot dog bun?
Also, sometimes you might, I've done this again. Sometimes you don't got the resources.
Strap in, guys.
No, it's not.
Oh, the folded bread?
Yeah. Sometimes you don't got the resources. So sometimes you just put it in regular.
Is it no longer a hot dog?
Because you don't got the right bread.
You make your own hot dog bun.
Exactly.
Any bread that holds the hot dog is going to be a hot dog bun.
Exactly.
I think we just did something groundbreaking here. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think we just did
But
something
also,
here.
when you got it in the package and it says hot dog, we consider a hot dog because it's hot. When we get it, it's cold.
I'm
just saying.
I'm too sober for this. I'm too sober for this talk right now.
Why do we do that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And there's salchichas.
Right? What are those?
If you put that in the bun.
Hey, man.
No.
We're figuring this out.
You seen the thing? This is like kind of off topic, but not. You seen the things people are like taking hot dog buns and putting a banana in it and then putting peanut butter and jelly on it?
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Have you? I never had like a peanut butter and banana sandwich though.
Peanut butter, banana.
People will say like PB&J with bananas slices or whatever. I ain't never did all that. I ain't there.
I've never did it with jelly, but
just peanut butter banana.
Yeah. Recently, what I've did is
recently.
Yeah, recently.
Okay.
Recently, because I was never really a big peanut butter person. Crazy. I never was.
Love peanut butter.
Yeah,
I used to eat out the jar.
See, that's criminal to me in my head. But well, like what I would do is because I've started to slowly just use peanut butter. So like I said, putting it on bread, like spreading. That's about it. The spoon that's still wild to me. I don't know if I'll get there. Just scooping.
Just a little bit.
Okay, yeah, that makes it better.
You never finished using it.
That's what I'm saying. No,
no.
I might do a little bit, or I might like find a way to like scoop it off the spoon or whatever.
Get a little jelly.
Jelly's different because I can do jelly. You know,
jam.
Yeah, like jelly jam. I feel like they're not the same. I guess are they?
They're not.
They're not, right?
One sticker. Jam is a lot more like liquidier.
Jelly.
I like jelly.
Yeah, but
jam don't shake like that.
I remember that. But
recently you've been doing peanut
butter. Yeah,
banana.
anyway, so what I would put the peanut butter on is like Eggo waffles, and then I would put it on bananas on that John, and that John smacks.
You ever done peanut butter marshmallow fluff?
Now you're getting exotic from me, Victor.
I've tried it once. It's too sweet.
So what is that?
Marshmallow fluff?
Yeah.
You never seen it before? It's like a little jar. It's basically marshmallow just like broken down, like it's melted a little bit. It's like a spread. It's like Nutella.
I've never seen that before.
What?
I'm so
I
serious,
think you've walked
bro.
past it and like now realize what it was. It's like a white container, red top, and say marshmallow fluff.
I don't know. Never seen it though.
You gotta venture out, man.
I mean, like when I'm stuck at still getting through peanut butter, you're asking a lot of me to go to marshmallow fluff.
Then we'll get it. Grape.
Grape what?
Jam,
jelly. Yeah. I feel like
strawberry.
Yeah, I had both before. Yeah, I'm fine with both of them. Okay. Yeah, sometimes if you ever go to like hotels, continental, breakfast, they'll have I'm always getting
orange marmalade. What's that called?
I think I might have seen that before.
Margarine? That's butter.
Margarine's butter.
Marmalade, something like there's an orange something. I've seen that
Mandarin?
before.
I don't know.
That's an orange.
Yeah,
no, but there's a spread and it has a name to it, but I'm forgetting.
I don't know. Enough
you
about
had guava jelly.
I think I might have. I've definitely seen that 100%.
It's good.
I think I might have had that before.
Yeah. Hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs.
So yeah, he got banned from it, but apparently he's doing like a different event where they allowed him to do it. So maybe he'll pull some eyes away from the hot dog event because I think it's the same weekend. So
That's crazy that they would do that.
and people are saying like the number, because usually people bet on that stuff or whatever it may be.
I was gonna ask, like, is that something you could bet on?
Absolutely, you could bet on the presidency.
Oh,
You should see the odds for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. They're up there. the names that are on here are crazy. Like there's like options, man.
Interesting.
Michelle Obama's on there. Yeah.
I think she would win. Like, I think she would have way more people vote for her than you would think.
I think
honestly.
Yeah. I think she's cool off it though.
No, I don't think she needs to do it.
Yeah,
but
like
I think
she
if
got
she
her book tour. She's selling out arenas just off her book. Like,
yeah, but that's a thing. That's, you see, like if she could do that, like imagine the amount of people she would do for president. I just think though, like her mental health is like,
look, Barack was fine when he walked in. He came out looking like a different man.
We don't need to have her the same way. And after, but both of them just don't even want to be.
Yeah.
Like,
it'd also be a tough sell, I feel like, because we had Barack, now we got Joe. So now you're gonna have three people from that presidency. Is like,
I mean, it was really Joe's fault, Like, I think he was fine being the vice president. He needed to stop there. We stretched it way too much when he said, "Okay, be president now."
And I mean, obviously she was the first lady, but does she have, prior to that, did she have any like political office? I don't think she was a politician before she became the first lady.
I don't think so.
So like that could be another thing, but also like Donald Trump. So like who knows at this point?
Yeah.
Where was I getting at? Hot dog contest.
Yeah, I'm trying to confuse how you got to Michelle Obama.
Oh, betting on the hot dog contest.
Betting, yeah. And we talked about
the names were on there. They're crazy.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So people bet on
there were people saying that the amount of hot dogs eaten is going to drop dramatically because this guy usually like it's not even close in this contest.
Who you're talking about? The person
who's not competing this year since he's out of it. Yeah. The amount of people, the amount of total hot dogs are like the highest to win is going to be so much lower than previous years.
Do you know what the?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I could check for you guys, but I'm not tapped in with the hot dog stats. But yeah, it should be interesting to see. There's always like food YouTubers that try it out and like they never really do too well. They like middle of the pack. The women's one also happens, but.
There's a woman's one. Wow.
Yeah, but the number for that is also not as high. But like obviously, there's people. I feel like that one's probably more competitive. But this year maybe it might be more exciting because like who's going to take it?
Yeah, I mean that's like a good thing about that. When you hear people who consecutively win, step down, or they're not competing, it's like okay, now it's more room for somebody to like kind of.
It's like the Warriors lost Kevin Durant. Now what?
What do we?
Tom Brady's out. Now what? What are the Patriots going to do?
Exactly.
So now we have our chance. Yeah.
They lose.
Found that out years later. But so it could be more exciting this year. We'll see what happens. See who takes the crown. But we all know who the real king is. But
yeah,
they're trying to hold him down because he's trying to get his bread up.
It's cool, man. Bread.
It is what it is.
The buns.
America. Where else can you? I mean, I'm sure they got eating contests, but nobody gonna do it like us. Nobody's as fat as us.
But true.
It's a fact. It's so like a recorded fact.
So true, bro.
Nobody's as fat as us.
I don't know why.
There's two things that we're good at. Three, I should say. Food, make great food. Good tasting food. Always. No, very few places can compete with us on that.
Yeah.
Sport. Although we're fat, we also have the most athletic people on the planet.
I would definitely agree. Yeah, I would definitely agree.
So this Olympics will show you, and every past Olympic will show you that we can eat. We can also fucking compete our ass off.
There's a good percentage of us.
Yeah. If we wanted to, we could run this shit. And 3, entertainment and like culture. Because like as much as people say that they make fun of us or whatever it may be, a lot of the trends or like music or memes or whatever it be, 9 times out of 10 come out of the US.
That's
so, like,
true.
We're some funny motherfuckers. We're some entertainment
TV, movies for sure. Like of course other like Bollywood, all that stuff. They have their stuff too here and there, but like
it's not to the degree.
Yeah, the degree we do, and the way we push
Hollywood,
out.
baby.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, the only thing that other places got is like anime. Like,
I mean, yeah, but we ain't make it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like,
we got superheroes. We got Marvel.
We got Marvel superheroes.
We got DC.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's their shit. We give them that. That's their shit.
Exactly.
And everybody like anime.
I would say if anything, other places got like cultural value over
us.
because
like we're just a mixture of like other places
exactly.
and like runaways from other countries.
Yeah, we try to steal that stuff.
we just do it well. You know what I mean?
We do it well. We take it
all the shit that matters, we suck at. Taking care of our people, education, health,
Throw it out of here.
Being ethical in war.
Honestly, every day.
Spending our money.
Every day we don't know what's happening tomorrow.
Terrible.
Because we don't know.
Terrible. But if there's one thing we know how to do is when we learn from those three things, is to have a good time.
Yep.
And honestly, I can somewhat live with that until I need to like buy a house or something, and then I'm like angry at this country again.
Yeah.
Anywho, speaking of that stuff, the debate.
Yeah.
Thoughts, feelings, concerns. Did you watch it live?
I watched it live. I didn't watch the full thing, but from what I watched, I don't really think I needed to watch the whole.
I feel like we've seen the same amount.
Yeah,
I didn't watch any of it, but I saw clips.
Yeah,
and I think I
clips
made the right decision.
And watching, yeah. Well, it was just, man, like, it really makes me really like laugh about, because they'll sit there and talk about how every country looks at us and thinks we're a joke, and then I'm like,
it's true though.
No, it's true. I get it, but then it's just what they do really does no better for what they were, how they were acting standing up there.
Yeah, like they weren't helping to they weren't adding to it.
So watching it, man, I tell you, like, first of all, seeing Trump up there after everything that has just happened.
Yeah, like this man's like got a fucking ankle beeper on his leg.
And seeing him up there, and I'm just like, this is already proving it.
Yeah.
This is already proving it. Because we're just like basically allowing this man to basically, for views, that's literally how I feel like I see it. And then just the way they were talking, the way they were going about every little thing, it just made no sense. The questions that were asked never got answered.
You know, it's like, you're not good at golf. Neither are you.
I saw it. It's not good.
You had a handicap. +8. It was +6.
Like, why are y'all talking about this? How
did well, actually,
yeah. That
was it.
I'm like, bro, I'm like literally sitting there looking at him say the same like letter like 8 times. I'm like, come on, Joe, say it.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, like, hurry up, Joe. Say it.
I heard the sentence 5 minutes ago.
Like, come on. Oh my goodness, man.
You know what it is though? At least like, I can't speak for everybody, but obviously the world looks at us and it's like, yo, what the fuck are these guys doing? It's like, we don't know either. But at least for the sane people here, we all also know that this is like stupid and fucked up and like we're fucked. But like not everybody sees that. But there are people here. We aren't all like, yeah, like these are our guys. Like a lot of us are like, yo, this fucking sucks. Like, what are we gonna do here? And
I'm sorry. I'm thinking I saw a clip after the debate of a scary movie where
it's all I sent it on Twitter. It was like, it's after the polls.
Yeah.
It's like, we gonna die, man. Yeah, literally how it feels. It's like I can confidently say I'm not voting for either of these guys.
Yeah.
The only reason I voted for Biden in the first place was just because I wanted to get the other guy out. And now they're both the only option. Well, not the only options, but they're both the main options.
They're back again.
Yeah.
It's like
and I can't confidently vote for either of these guys.
Yeah, no.
So I'm gonna take my vote elsewhere. I know people are like, oh, like if you vote for a third party or independent party, like it just increases the likelihood of another party winning or whatever. But it's like I can't. Regardless, I feel like we're fucked. I'm gonna at least vote for the guy or woman that I think is best.
Because you think about it, you know, everybody talks about, oh, like people who don't vote. It's like, oh, then people who don't vote and then complain of the outcome. It's like, well, at least if I voted for a third party, I can't really be so upset. I tried to like make it work.
I picked my person.
Exactly. You know, you contributed to the cause. It's just unfortunately there wasn't enough of us.
Yeah. It's like, but I wouldn't be happy knowing that like my ballot went to one of those two guys. So
yeah,
I'm cool off it.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, and I've also seen clips of like how Joe was when Barack was.
Yeah.
And that, how long ago? That was like 8 years now, I think.
Longer. He was he got out 2016. So yeah, 8 years ago.
8 years ago now. Like, bro, the way he was talking and moving, bro, I was like, yo, is this the same guy?
We think about this 10 years ago.
I get that, but like, man, like,
it was 8 years ago when Barack left.
Yeah.
So it's been 16 years since he got in.
Yeah, I guess so. Like,
a lot can happen in almost 2 decades.
It's different from me. Yeah, it's different from me because like when you're younger and you're still, I guess, technically younger. Like,
like he was old in 2008.
Yeah.
So add 15 years onto that.
Yeah, but it's just like the way his movement, the way his brain function is. I'm like, bro.
He was getting off bikes, right? He wasn't falling off of them.
Right. Like his comebacks were so crazy. He was like laughing in the face like, yo, this guy like moving. And now it's just like.
He just looks stoned all the time.
I'm like, yo, Joe, we're here. What? Like, bro, oh man, yeah, I can't do this, bro. I can't have him back. Like, I just need you to just rest.
And it was no better the previous election when Trump got in. It's like I wasn't comfortable voting for either.
Yeah.
It was what, Hillary and Trump. It's like that wasn't great either.
Yeah.
What was cool, I don't know all the details. Again, I don't know who I'm going to put my vote for yet, but I know spoke about previously on the podcast, like RFK Jr. guy I sent you. He held a debate at the same time that the Biden and Trump one was going on. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he like held his own debate where he had like a moderator. It was just him speaking, but like he had a moderator there, and he had the Trump and Biden one like on the side, and they would, the one over there would ask their question, they would give them time to speak, and then the moderator they'd be like, RFK, all right, now your response to that same exact question in comparison, because they didn't give him
cool.
They didn't invite him to that one, so he just made his own job.
That's cool.
And like, yeah, that was.
I mean, that's the best way to do it. I mean, like, get asked the same questions that the top candidates are getting asked,
and they held him to like a time. It was like, oh, like you have 2 minutes, go, and he did all that. So it was smart, and it made him look better. I don't know how much viewership it got in comparison to the other one. Obviously, like that one was televised. I think his was a live stream.
All right, man. Just spread the word so that people see it now.
So yeah, I don't know everything. I don't know if I agree with every single thing that he does, but he seems, at least when he speaks, I could feel confident in what he's like saying.
I can get through the sentence.
Yeah, like at least I'm just like, all right, cool. Like he has some type of like good representation for us, because like even back with like Obama, right? Like people were saying like, oh, like he was responsible for a lot of killings in foreign countries. Like he was like dropping drones everywhere, whatever. Like I feel like at this point, that's just the way the U.S. spends on military, that's just a part of the job. Like it was just like anybody could have been in that position, and most likely the same result would have happened. And the same could be said for any presidency, almost, for the most part. But at least with him, like I didn't feel like he was embarrassing us.
Yeah.
Like at least like obviously the president isn't the end all be all of what happens in the government. Like obviously there's a bunch of other branches and stuff, and like people that also work on these things.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he's doing more so just representing us and being a figurehead for us than anything. And like I can't, like between Trump being like too loud and saying too much and being annoying all the time was like bad, and like it was more a comedy show.
Yeah.
And then Biden like not saying enough, but when he does talk, it sounds like he's about to pass out any moment. At least with this guy, I was like, all right, when he's speaking, he's like there, you know, he's present, and if he's saying stuff that isn't outrageous,
he's giving us some hope that like it makes sense. Like,
so like,
you know,
so like at least if he were to talk to other leaders from other nations, like, all right, cool, like this is a respectable guy, front facing. I don't know about all the other stuff. Obviously, like the government has deeper issues than replacing one guy can fix, so that's a whole other thing. But at least for like in the terms of like a representation part, I'm like, all right, this guy seems like he's got something going on.
Yeah, and I've always like, you always got to remember too, like it's always so many other people behind the scenes doing stuff too that you just don't know, of course. But like you said,
billion dollar companies pulling strings and stuff. Different conversation.
But of course, like you said, the representation of who it is kind of like who we all like put it on, you know. And it sucks, but like you gotta have to like realize that when you're going into it.
You gotta be a leader of the free world, free world.
But yeah, like you said, like Obama just kind of gave that representation.
Had that swag, man.
He did. No one's ever gonna beat that cream suit that he
even though they gave him shit for it. Yeah, shit was fly,
bro. Mans was hooping.
He was witty. He had the confidence. Bro. You know, he
went to schools. Was like, yo, check up.
He had that charisma where it's like you speak to a bunch of people and it's like, all right, we can get behind this guy.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever you may have bullshit on him of just like whatever Medicaid, Medicare, whatever he put in and complaints you may have.
Like I said, you can't expect them to be perfect. And the other thing too that sucks is that like I'm gonna say this for everybody, even if it's like Republican, Democratic. Like I'm pretty sure everybody wants to do the things that they say when they first are like debating, they're coming up, they're running, but obviously it like barely ever happens. Like, you know, they probably only do maybe about like 20% of what they actually say, and then everything they start realizing like, oh, we don't have the budget for this, we don't have the means to be able to do this within this year. We can do it in like 10 years, but we're not doing this in the term year actually. And
or you have people that like House, Senate, whatever, to pass these things to vote, and it's like they're not leaning your way. So
yeah,
it's a lot of shit going on, which is why I make like you need more than 4 years to really make anything happen. That's why re-elections are so like major.
Yeah.
And you don't even see like the result of it right away. Like there's rarely anything that ever gets signed or put in place where like you feel the effects of it immediately.
You probably see it not like because it's 4 years you're in.
Yeah.
You probably don't see anything happen until 2 years out. Like you only get 2 years.
A lot of times you see the effects of what somebody done during their term in the next term.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like everything just bleeds over, which is something that people don't understand. It is what it is. People are like, oh, like things were so great during Trump's time. It's like, yeah, that's the bleeding over from the previous one. And like everybody's like, oh, like Biden sucks. It's like, yeah, that's stuff bleeding over from the previous one because we had COVID and shit. So it's like we're still feeling crazy, but we're still feeling the effects of COVID. Like there's still like a lag from it.
Yep.
And a lot of changes like inflation and shit that came from it. But end of the day, this weekend gets to have some pride. And I don't know what. We got pride in something.
Yeah.
We can just drink and eat hot dogs and ignore the fact that this place is probably going to go ape shit in about 6 months when we have, or less than 6 months at this point, in 4 months.
Yeah.
When the campaign shit start happening, voting days start happening.
All I say is for us, let's just be respectful to each other. You know,
as much as you guys can, you know?
Yeah, regardless of what these candidates are going to stir your way and these ads.
Bro, my phone went off the hook.
You know those Johnson are gonna start hitting like crazy.
Bunch of smear campaigns.
Yeah, but other than that, let's just respect each other. If you like Trump, good. If you like Biden, good. That's all I can really say because it's like I don't want you to think, hey, like these people are like this, they think this way, so we want to attack them. It's like, bro, we got enough of that happening day to day with other stuff in the country. So let's try to keep that out.
Exactly. Reiterating what Mark said. You know, say what you may, think what you may, see what happens. Do we have a say in all this stuff? Who really knows? But
yeah,
we do have we can either do nothing or do something.
Exactly.
You can have the same result anyway, so you might as well do something.
Yep.
Do I want to vote? No. Will I? Yes. Should you guys do it as well? Yes.
Yes.
So form your opinion. Get out there and vote. Get some hot dogs. Drink a beer if you're old enough. Yeah. Watch some sports. Get ready for these Olympics. This is a big 4th of July because we're leading into when we get to flex almost.
Yeah. This is where it happens.
So show your pride. That's all. We love you guys. See you next week. Bye.
Deuce.